Alrighty, now let's go to the Vikings. Their line is set at 8.5 wins here. Over 8.5 wins is at -140, and under 8.5 wins is at +120. So the over 8.5 is the favorites here. So let's see if we can find a couple of wins here for this Vikings team. Here we go. All right, they open up week 1 against the Bengals. Oh, that's an easy win. Take advantage of that one. Real easy there. We'll count that one as a win for the Vikings. But then they go against the Cardinals. Not going to count that one as a win. That's going to be a real tough game for them to keep up offensively. It's also on the road for the Vikings, so never great. Then they face the Seahawks. Once again, another great team overall. I believe in Russell Wilson over Kirk Cousins. Now it's in Minneapolis, but we know the Seahawks team, they can get it done on the road. They don't care about playing on home or at the road. It doesn't matter. They show up. So I just can't, I'm not a buyer into this Vikings team overall. Their identity overall is, still question marks from last season. I don't know if the defense has been upgraded that much. It's been upgraded decently. They bring in Patrick Peterson. We'll see if he's able to kind of revitalize his career here. But overall, I don't think it's enough defensively to get it done. So I'm going to count it as a loss against the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Then they face the Browns. And once again, I'm big believers. I am believing 1,000,000,000% into this Browns team. And they go out and beat the Vikings. Then they face the Lions. I can give them a win there, no problem. Then they face the Panthers. I'm going to give them a win against the Panthers. That should be a real solid win, easy win there. Then they face the dreaded bye week, right? Then they face the Cowboys, and this should be a real solid game. Unfortunately, I can't really see them winning against the Cowboys. Now, luckily for them, it's Sunday Night Football at home, so that's definitely a winnable game for this Vikings team. And maybe we do give them a win. I'm going to give them a win against the Cowboys. Big game. Kirk Cousins steps up. Unfortunately, this Cowboys defense can't hang because this Vikings offense still should be good. It should still be serviceable. Hopefully, they clean up the turnovers. That's really what killed them last season. Kirk Cousins throwing the picks and Devin Cook both fumbling the ball. So can't really see that. Can't really have that, I should say, this season. But against this Cowboys defense, it should be able to go hog wild. So I'm going to give the Vikings a win here against the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to call it. All right, then they face the Ravens. I can't give them one against the Ravens. Then they face the Chargers, a real winnable game here for them. It is in California, and I'm going to give the Vikings a win. I think they have an overall better team than the Chargers do. Maybe do I say that? Overall better? Offensively, I like the Vikings offense overall better, but the weapons favor very heavy into that, not the quarterback, running back a little bit. I take Justin Herbert over Kirk Cousins is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to count it as a win against the Vikings here. I'll give them a win against the Chargers. Then they face the Packers. I'm not even going to have them split against the Packers, so they lose the first one against the Vikings. Then they face the 49ers, not going to give them a win there. Then they face the Lions again. We'll give them a win. They will sweep the Lions, no problem. They face the Steelers. It's in Minneapolis, Thursday Night Football. Once again, real solid odds for the Vikings to win this game. The defense of the Steelers, I think, is going to kind of go a little hog wild. So I'm not going to give the Vikings a win there, though it is a winnable game for them because it is at home. I'm going to have them split against the Bears. The first game is on Monday Night Football in Chicago. Not going to have them win that game. They face the Rams. Not going to have them win that game. They face the Packers again. Not going to have them win that game. And then they face the Bears, last game of the season in Minneapolis. And I'll have them with the win for the home field advantage. So we're at 7 wins here for the Vikings, and we were trying to get over 8.5. Ooh, just a little short. If we are looking for an 8th win, what are we looking like for an 8th win here? Man. Can we even find an 8th win? It would have to be the Steelers at home for the 8th win. And then for a 9th win to get us over the win of 8.5, that hook. A sweep against the Bears. A sweep against the Bears it would have to be. We gave them win against the Cowboys. We gave them wins against the Chargers. Those are already counted as wins. It would have to be beat the Bears twice and beat the Steelers for them to get over the 8.5, while also having all those wins beating the Cowboys, beating the Chargers, which are still toss-ups. So I'm just not a believer in this Vikings team. I think Kirk Cousins kind of good run, because when you look at Kirk Cousins' stats, they are good stats overall. They just don't result into any meaningful wins. So in that regard, I really think Kirk Cousins' kind of good looking stats kind of come to an end here. And I think the Vikings, I think they maybe even move off of Mike Zimmer. They explode this whole thing up, rebuild, get Justin Jefferson, a great quarterback to kind of rock with his entire career that just started last season. So I'm going to go under the 8.5 here for the Vikings. I just think their time runs out here. Their identity as a team has not been put together here. We're still big question marks on this Vikings team going into the season. Hopefully their defense is better than last season. Mike Zimmer called out that defense last season, saying it was absolutely atrocious, one of the worst defenses he's ever had. And hopefully Dalvin Cook can keep emerging and being good, and Kirk Cousins can keep emerging and being good. But I think the Vikings are a true surprise in just how bad they are this season, how not great they are, with them having expectations of being somewhat solid. Just not believing into this Vikings team this season. I'm going to go the under 8.5 wins. Tough schedule for them.